Mm. Okay. 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 Ah, gotta get close to my table. So I was experimenting with the program that handles my VTuber model, and I thought there was an expression section settings, and I found them interesting to say the least. So if I do this, for example, there's a base, the neutral face, the fun face, the angry face. I think that's the smile face or the joy. Uh, I feel like this is accurate. This is me accurately. Unfortunately, I'm kidding. And for some reason, the mouth looks kind of silly. Strangely enough, props. There are no props here. Uh, oh wait, I might accidentally come out. Maybe. Hopefully not. It didn't, but you know. Hopefully I didn't.
Hola, hola, ¿qué tal?
I forgot that happens. That's totally not embarrassing. Because I was looking at a video in Spanish on how what's the word I'm looking for? How to I don't want to say the word might be arrange. How to set up not set up. Why am I forgetting the word? Uh, how to modify an Xbox controller. That's what I was thinking. Because I was thinking, I wanted to, uh, I wanted to mod my Xbox controller that way I can, that way I can, instead of using like batteries, I can just, charge it. Uh, that I felt like that would be like better. Oh, it's you. Never mind. I'm trying to free music. Wait, did I actually manage to watch all this in 2 hours? Oh, thank you for the ad, YouTube. Thank you for the ad, YouTube. It is still you. Thank you for another ad. You're such a great. Ooh.
What does perfect even mean?
Wait, can that be classified as non-copyright music? Actually, I want to see something out. This is gonna be either a really, really dumb idea or a really, really smart idea. Let's see.
Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules
Okay,
and imagine a utopia?
I gotta keep
Timeless
an eye out
freedom. These expectations they keep
on
weighing
the
me
YouTube aspect.
down.
Because I don't know if.
is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend.
Sorry, I just got really enticed or like interested on this. Actually, you should just probably find like background music. Thank you, YouTube. Again, thank you for the ads. Okay, I could probably get behind that. It feels like. Okay, come on for this. Anyways. So what are things I need to add? Changes the last part of the reboot dialogue to match Nika's backstory response and finish the story. Nika becomes a witch after making a contract with the Invite Demon. Created some sound effects, add a second part for the story. Second part has been told in a present tense, break into the story. But for Nikki, it wasn't the same. I lost everything she wanted to protect, what she hold dear to her heart. Destroyed by the villagers, as I assumed that was to her farm. Everything will come back to everything will be back, not come. We're back to normal, but for Nikki, it wasn't the same. She lost everything she wanted to protect. I want to say the word might be protect. She wanted to develop. Actually, no. She lost the last thing. This thing that hold this that hold a memory to her parents. And it shouldn't be a hold, it should be held. She lost the last thing that held the last. I should say last memory. It should be like the last connection to her parents. Because the way that I see it is like, what's a memory? Like a memory is something that just is something that you remember, but I feel like connection might be a little bit more impactful. What she holds dear to her. And saying that what she holds dear to her heart just feels a little bit off. She lost the last thing that held the last connection to her parents. The thing that no. That lost the last connection to her parents. Would be a good thing. It wasn't the same. She lost the last thing that held the last connection to her parents. As actually, yeah. As the villagers be, well, became more anxious. Not anxious, frustrated. The other villagers became more frustrated of the current situation. Actually, another thing about before I forget about this. Okay, that's actually just worth setup like that. The current situation, I should say more became, grew, and that might be the better word. More frustrated, angry at how no, I don't think that sounds good. As the baby goat witness these changes, a really faint voice is heard coming from the goat, the young goat. These changes, a really faint voice is heard coming from the young goat. Burn, burn, burn. I should say if voice is like a faint murmur. Burn, burn. Burn, son. So the anger, so the heat of fury, so he, I don't want to say the envy, so the envy in your heart grows. Mm. For some reason, the more that I read this, the more ridiculous it feels. Because why would you be assuming that a girl who literally was outcasted is doing an X, Y, and Z? But at the same time, it kind of makes sense because you might see as a form of revenge. So it kind of depends on the aspect of how it's being handled. Burn, 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 so the aim bleed your heart grows, grows big enough. It's fun, girl. Actually, grows, grows big enough to satisfy my hunger. Die until Neo was essentially living outside the village due to the fear of the people that throw her out. Her family farmed until one day her family farm was destroyed. I destroy sounds a little bit silly. Let's say burn. But the villagers, as they assume that by burning, her farm, her family's farm, everything will be back to normal. But for Nikki, it wasn't. Nothing changes. Nothing changed. As for Nikki, things wasn't. Things weren't the same. She lost the last thing. As for Nikki, things weren't the same. She lost the last thing that held the last connection to her parents. So for the young woman, I should say Nikki. Let's say for the young woman, woman. Things weren't the same. She lost the last thing that held the last connection to her parents. As she saw it burn to ashes. The hard work, parents, the hard work her parents, hard work, in, no, I don't want to say investment. The hard work. Mm, the hard work and I want to say investment, effort, the hard work and effort, dedication. That's what I'm thinking. The hard work and dedication parents spend to Revoen to create a place they can they called home. It's not spent. It's spent. Create a place where she could grow up. No. Where they could leave. Oh, how many? And grow old. I don't know how that feels. Witness this. I don't say changes. Let's say incident. Witness. Oh. The hard work and dedication her parents spent to create a place where they could live a happily family and grow old. Where she assumed. I feel like that should be a different sentence. She assumed one day she could, will, could, can. She assumed one day she could take over the farm and grow the crops. With her parents. Wait, did I ever mention how they die? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, cool. Like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, wait, did I ever mention how her parents died? Because, like, the thing that I start thinking about is how a parent die when it comes down to like a specific plot points. Because like the whole education part, the whole aspect of like her like eventually obtaining the farm was something that it is sort of occur to me right now. So if I didn't have any details, I don't really need to add that as a detail. But as an example, you know. As a young goat, and I just say as a young goat because it's just the hard work and dedication of parents spent to create a place where they could live a happy family and grow old. Yeah, that she assumed one day she could take over the farm and grow the crops where her once parents. Parents were so proud. We're proud to share with villagers. Oh, but I missed. Is that a word that I want to use? Right? I missed. I missed in the middle of amid. Okay, cool. I missed the fire. The only survival, or the only they can survive. Should I call it survival? I don't think so. No. I mean, it's the fire. The goat. The young goat. The now young goat. Is in unaffected by the. No, I don't want to say unaffected by the flames. Well, you know what? Why not? I'm probably gonna be dumb. Am I writing this right? I missed the fire. Silhouette. I literally don't know how to spell silhouette. Holy cow. Cool. Oh. Oh. I thought I misspelled missed. Okay, cool. I missed the fire. A silhouette of a large creature. Creature is seen. The skin is reddish. The skin. Reddish and the skin is reddish with horns on around his head. A demon, you may say. Before you jump in towards Nikki, revealing himself as as the young goat. I feel like I'm using a lot of like Nikki's like on my writing, so I feel like it should be a little bit less. The young goat, the young woman have has been racing for a while. The young goat. Let's say escaping the fire. That happened. That was engulfing. It was engulfing the barn, broken down barn. A faint murmur is heard coming from the young goat. Burn, 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 so the ember in your heart more, grows bigger, big enough to satisfy my hunger. The young woman I don't know if I'm doing it right though. Like I'm having like doubts on how I'm writing this. Cause like I have an idea how I wanted to write it at first, but now it's kind of like I don't know if it's what I wanted to. Cause like sometimes I just get like random ideas on how I want to approach this. I'm like, oh, this sounds cool. And once I like sit down, it's like, what am I supposed to be writing? And normally that aspect is when I get ideas is when I'm at work. When I'm at work, I'm like, oh yeah, like this sounds like a really interesting thing. And then I start thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write it down later. And once I get home, I just completely forget about it. It is a really, really bad thing. Actually, the young goat. The young goat approach Nikki. As it stares at her. As if it was communicated? Or just gestures? Pretty sure this is probably like the bigger script that I've written. That's the lines. Oh, that's off. Cool. We just gestures. And I should say I'll see if he else can make out with her. And say, you want your revenge? This is a good horror like episode. Cause like I have an idea of what I wanted to do at first, but I feel like the more I'm writing it, the more it just feel like it's losing its sense for some reason. Also, I don't need it there. Pretty sure I don't. And let's change this to the young woman. Also, I don't think I need to see. I have this. I should know as well. Honestly, I don't think going run is like a right. You want your revenge? You want to prove? You want to show those best failures? Hmm. The suffering. No, show you want to hear the suffering you've been experienced. My brain is not working right now. Wow. And I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just like, damn. Suffering your experience. I can't even write right now. What the heck? Parents. Okay, cool. I don't know why legitimately I couldn't be writing right now. Hey, give me a second. My current chair has a brand new chair, so the chair that I have has like a rest feed place it or leg rest, and that's just really comfortable. Uh, you want your I should have said revenge. You want to uh should I do? What should I do? Hmm. It's a little bit tough, honestly. Haven't. I think I need to figure out how I want to do this one. You want to. You want to. What's the thing that I'm thinking? Actually, before I forget this, thank you. Uh, because I almost forgot this, honestly. Mm,
Are you having trouble trying to keep
them perish. You want to share the suffering you're experiencing by their hands. Damn, I can do that. I can do that. You just have to sell your soul. For this, I want to add like a little bit of a plot twist. Uh, Wait, what? Who are you to step into my story? How would to step into my story? How dare you? Hello. Hello, demon. Sasha is. Hello, demon. Disgusting. No. Hello, demon. Fudge. I literally had to stop my second stop for a second. Hello, demon. Such a disappointing thing as yourself. No. Mm, a pathetic. Thank you. Wait, what? Who are you to step into my story? How dare you? Assuming that that soul belongs to you. That her soul belongs to you. I will either leave or face consequences. And for this, I'm gonna make it sound like a change of radio tune for effects and go back to the story. Um, unfortunately, unfortunately, for unfortunately for the young goat, Nikki. Unfortunately for the young goat, the young woman declined the offer. I can't. I'm not gonna sacrifice myself. Myself. For something. Guys, on what I believe. I understand that feeling of these people. And I just. But I can't. But I can't sell my soul. Or I can't, like, don't. I want the villagers to see me as one of their own. How they used to see my parents. How they were helpful. Helpful and how they helped and were helped in times of needs. I want wait, this might sound like a really silly question, but did muskets actually exist during the witch eras? Uh, was it? Existed during the Salem witch trials. Okay, that's the one I'm thinking. Yes, guns existed during the Salem witch trial, which is 1692, and were common for hunting, self-defense, and militia purposes. They were primarily smoothbore, guns specifically muzzle loading muskets. Yeah, muskets. Okay, cool. Before Nikki finished in a sense. Sound of gunshot was heard. We can say gunshot, or do I say musket for this? Muskets. If a musket. Shot. Sound of a gunshot is heard. As she turns around, you see the crowd of people gather together, holding torches, pitchforks, and a musket, and a few of them a musket. A few of them with a musket, chanting, "Burn the witch." She will kill us. Burn the witch. More shots were heard. And Nikki fell to the ground. He was grabbed by the hair. By some of the villagers. The hair and shoulders. Yes. Hair and shoulders. Shampoo. Hair and shoulders. And got dragged into the trap. Those flames. Her last This doesn't look so. Okay. I wasn't assuming. No, I was assuming I was some ground. Last moments. Barely conscious. Nikki felt the flames going up, covering her skin, burning and blistering. As she looked at the sky, until tears rolled down his cheeks. Actually, I don't think that's possible, because realistically, even if somebody cries, the fire is gonna extinguish it. Begging for mercy. Wondering what she did wrong. To deserve this sort of treatment. Her last thought was, I'm joining you. Mother, father, I'll be joining you soon. Hope we have like a big farm. Hope hope your farm was big as the one we had. Hers. As sneaky consciousness fade. As crackles her the burning third. Body just lay there. Mm. Dragon toss. Turning to short. Is everything? Actually, no. Let's have a better one. On the smell, burning flesh is everywhere. Flesh comes from or the young goat walks away quietly. What I know, man. Seeing it, looking for the next witch he might convert. The next woman he might convert. Into his next witch. Hmm. Actually, no, another witch. Into the. Actually, no, next. The next. I feel like that might be a little bit better from what I'm feeling. At least in my opinion. So, 350. Okay. Which? Are you kidding me? Who owns this disappointment? Tag them. Oh, forget it. Uh, you dare to tell into my fitting? Actually, no, actually. Let's change to my fitting. How dare you, assuming that her soul belongs to you? Either leave or face the consequences. Fitting ground. So let's just get to a story before I infuriate more. Oh no. Get it. No one's seen that. That's the villagers celebrate, burn the reason of the witch that had cast it. Hmm. Actually, I just said the burn of the witch. Uh, shut. Shut up. Damn it. Wannabe's wondrous. No wonder. Is that thing wonderless? Uh, Wonder Spirit? Is that thing? Wonder Spirit can refer to a spiritual of curiosity found in everyday life. Concept spirit can also refer to a spirit of wonder. Japanese manga anime series. Wonder spirits connection to a secret, mindfulness, and appreciation. Wonder can be I'm thinking like wandering spirit. That's what wandering spirit. Wandering spirit can refer to a person with curiosity and adventurous nature. Reference to the 1993 album by Mike Jagger, Curiosity and Adventure. Wandering spirit, ghost meaning. A wandering with the A. Okay. Wanna be wandering spirit. Okay, you soul. Your soul, the next incarnation. It's going to steal my prey again. My meal again. Anyways, that'll be it for today. And I think that might be it for the writing. I do feel like I gotta reread everything and what's the other thing? Reread and edit the that way it can be a little bit more consistent. Uh, Mainly because I use Nikki like pretty more often than what I actually wanted to, or at least the name Nikki. Um, so I'm hoping that I can do that tomorrow if I remember correctly. If not, maybe Wednesday. Or at least someday soon, you know. But episode 3 is done. And on that note, I can essentially end the stream because I'm going to bed. So yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a great, fantastic day, beautiful night, fantastic evening, and a wonderful day. I don't even remember what I'm saying. Anyways, I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow with Dark Souls 3. Bye bye.